I noticed there's kind of a lack of documentation, or at least as far as I could see on the Carvera, and what to do when something goes wrong. One of the first things that will happen, suppose you are creating something and you're on Fusion 360 and you forgot to hit the multiple passes button, and instead of taking like 0.1 millimeters, it takes the entire cut. You're gonna break a bit, right? So this is gonna happen, it's just a matter of time. And here's the deal. When the bit's broken, it's not necessarily going to break in the same spot each time. So if we look on our automatic tool changer, we have this bit, we get the little plastic insert tool. I should do a video on that as well. But anyways, these little black pieces, clearly, if it broke here, the black piece is still going to be up inside of the collet. But I've also seen it break up on the top portion as well. So anyways, yeah, most certainly that can happen. So here's what you're going to end up doing if you need to swap that out. So you're looking at it, you can see that the collet's right here. This is what I'm going to do first off. I'm going to take this loose and get it out of my way. Right? Out of my way. And then the next thing is, like, this thing needs to be up and out of the way. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna latch it. I don't really care for this design, by the way, because sometimes it latches and sometimes it doesn't latch properly. And I had this basically get stuck and then come down, and like I was hearing all sorts of snapping sounds. So be careful with this, right? Make sure that it's released when we're doing a tool change. But what I'm gonna do is I'm simply gonna go over to my software, and this little thing with the bit, I'm gonna click on it, and at which point I want this empty. And again, I want this whole thing to come down, so I'm gonna do a drop. Now, it knows which one it is. And it's just going to finish. So what happens if there's a broken piece up inside here? Because this piece would be missing, it won't be sticking up. All right, so that is where our kit comes into play. Now you guys are probably already familiar with this one, which there should be another video on how to set the collets on this one. Maybe somebody did it already, I just haven't looked. But this piece right here, this tool is for removing the broken bit. And what you're going to do is you're simply going to put it up inside of here and then just unspin it, and then you can just take it loose with your fingers. And then what's going to happen is you can see that there's a hole in it. Sometimes the bit gets stuck in here. Just pull the bit out and then just shove it right back up in, spin it, and grab your tool once more. You're just going to drop it up inside of here, and then basically just tighten it up. It doesn't need to be over tightened or anything. I'm just going to put it back for safekeeping. And then when it comes to pulling it back down, at which point all you'd have to do, you can see how it says none. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to change. I could set this if I put another bit in here manually or something like that, but usually this thing's pretty good about the memory portion of it. So I want tool 1. So I'm just going to hit tool 1. So that's the collet tightening that noise. And then it's going to go and calibrate the height. And that's pretty much it. So recovery wise, I'm just going to grab my other piece, my dust collector shoe, whatever our technical term is for it. I'm going to bring it back up inside of here. I'm going to tighten it up a little bit. And then make sure that like this isn't latched in the down position or something, because when it goes to change, if there's no bit in here, which I've had happen, there's no bit and it goes to touch off for whatever reason because it's confused, anyways, it's going to get caught on there, and then you better have the emergency stop button ready. But make sure that this is not latched in place. I'm just going to lift it up, and again, I'm not a real big fan of this latching mechanism, but anyways, so that's it. And then if I needed to drop it, just to make sure whatnot, I can just do a drop. That's it.